take him to Detroit.
No! No, not Detroit! No!
What day is it? Monday? Oh, Monday!
Monday, so good to me.
Hey, it's Monday.
Medical
Monday.
Changes could be coming to Michigan's marijuana law. A new set of bills now being heard in Lansing.
Marijuana is not a drug.
And the bills would have major implications to small medical growers known as caregivers.
That's some heavy shit, man.
Small pot farmers in California say the state is not standing by its promise to protect.
Big companies were supposed to be limited, but some have stacked hundreds of licenses.
Stop hitting me so hard.
Created a cartel, essentially.
You have an industry allowing for businesses to operate like cartels.
But it's a Monday.
Harm has been done by the fact that we didn't legalize it back then.
Oh, I don't know if there's any harm that's been done.
There was people getting arrested, there were people getting thrown in jail. I mean, that counts, doesn't it?
What kind of joint is this, man?
Smoking marijuana all in public. You would think that shit was legal. We the Pistons in the 8, 9, and 9. Oh, bad boy, bad boy.
just another medical.
And welcome Medical Mondays, y'all. This is your host with the most, THC, in his motherfucking bloodstream, BERG. Of course, I got my returning panelists with me, Adam L. Brook, a.k.a. Mr. Hash Bash himself.
Yo, what's happening?
Everybody wants to ask where we been. You can ask our boy over here, Adam.
Oh, it's my fault. Family dinner took a little longer than I thought.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Of course, we got our boy KK, aka SOB Labs, in the building. What up, though?
SOB!
SOB, SOB, SOB. Shout out to Buddy Dalton for joining us tonight from the Clio Cultivation Cup.
Hey, what's going on, fam?
Same old same. Shout out to everybody tuned in already. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. So far we got Blue Brad, Jared, and Native Made. I'm sure others are in there as well. Shout out to everybody who came through yesterday to the school, back to school give back. I want to say it was almost I want to say it was
$1,200.
Yeah, $400 worth of items and almost $600 worth of money donations split between the two organizations, and that was First Step Women's Shelter and the Capuchin Soup Kitchen. Huge shout out to JSH Enterprises and Nugget Duction for putting it on. Huge shout out to Native Made and everybody who came through, man. All the awesome vendors. John Doe was there, your boy Nice, Nugget Duction, Fuck Off Extracts. The list goes on and on. Chi-Town was in the building. Of course, Native Made was in there. I slept real good because of Native Made last night. I had one of her taffies. So I slept till like 2 o'clock this afternoon. Shout out to Dog Catcher Farms in the building. Before we get into anything else, I want to give a huge shout out to all of our awesome sponsors. Shout out to Native Made 313, Michigan Turf Farms, Nugget Duction Extracts, Tiki Madman, SOB Labs, and Tree Street Packaging. Boom. And also here on Medical Mondays, I want to stress the fact if you're in a medical marijuana state, you need to go out and get your medical marijuana card, people. And one of the people you can hit up is Detroit Certification Center. You can get at them on social media, Detroit Cert Center, or give them a call at text 248-275-6707. So yeah, holler at them. There's plenty of other people out there that can help you get your card. There's Michael Dewey up north, Pure West out west, Vehicle City Social, GC3, Michigan Weedsters, and the list goes on and on, y'all. So stop making excuses. Go get that card. Let these politicians know that we're still here and we're not going anywhere, y'all.
Yeah.
And man, it feels like I'm forgetting something else. But, I'm sure there's going to be another give back next month. Stay tuned on Instagram for that. For more info, always in the Detroit area. What's everybody smoking on? I just lit up some Dual OG mixed with some original Skittles both from Michigan Turf Farms. Fire.
I'm on some Super Booth from Michigan Turf Farms that I pulled out of the fridge.
Oh yeah.
Sitting on this for a while.
Hell yeah.
Super Buff cherries.
Oh, Super Buff cherry. Yes. That Coffee and Fit brought to you by Michigan Turf Farms.
Jared.
Is that Super Buff cherry from Michigan Turf Farms?
No.
Oh man, fuck that Super Buff cherry there. I'm kidding. But yeah, man. I do, since Dog Catcher's in here, I want to make sure that he's hearing this right now, but I got some cherry pie rolled up right here. I ended up finding in my stash since I don't have any other dog catcher. But I got that, man. How about you, buddy? You smoking tonight?
Always, yeah. I blazed all day with people that came by and we talked in this office and smoked out. So tonight I'm hitting my Northern Lights, the strain I've been growing 14 years. I don't know why I can't get enough of it. The main thing is I still get high off of it, but I like how it helps me breathe, man. This is a truly medical strain. If anybody out there has COPD or asthma, this is the coolest thing. You're gonna get stoned anyways. You might as well smoke what helps you. So I smoke Northern Lights most of the time.
Oh shit, man! I've had Northern Lights in years, bro.
Yeah, I got some nice. I dried it real slow. I hung it up and went out of town for a week, so it's really dried nice. Yeah, when come out Friday or Saturday, I'll give you a little sample and let you try it.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Clover brought up shout out to Dog Catcher for hooking John Sinclair's daughter up over the weekend, or I think it was last week. But yeah. Good people doing good things. I told Dog Catcher he needs to get up on these get back events, man. But he ain't waking up until it's fucking finishing. So tell him, wake one of your little workers up, man. Make them come. Shout out to Dab Goblin up in here. What up, though? So I guess we can get right into the Clio Cultivation Cup, man. I mean, we talked to you last year around the same time. I want to say it was the week right before, or you know what I mean, the same week.
Monday of.
Yeah, the Monday of.
Yep,
Yeah,
it's
how
held.
many
This
years
is
has
it.
it been going on now?
This is the 14th annual Cloud Cultivation Anniversary Bash. Yeah, and then the next day it was always the Cultivators Cup on Saturday, but now we're teaming up with Daniel Job from Gems and Genetics. So it's kind of a long-winded statement. We got the 9th annual Cloud Cultivators Cup meets the Gems and Genetics Festival. So we got some of their bands, some of their vendors, some of their outdoor vendors. It's just a good some of their food vendors. We really, to be honest, we really mix the two festivals together. So if you've ever been to a Gems and Genetics, if you like that, it'll have that flavor. It'll have our event of what we do with our style. We got our nice stage this year. We got our band lineup is looking good, and we've added some guest speakers. So we got the one and only Mr. Hash Bash going to be speaking on Saturday at 5:00.
What?
Oh yeah, baby, we're going big this year.
You didn't tell me that.
They put me on the
Oh my
flyer, dude. Look at the flyer.
Yeah, look, it's right here. Look, I'll show you. He's on
I gotta be there, man. I'm on the flyer.
See, can you see that?
No, it's because of the background you got.
You got to hold it right.
Anyways, it's cool, and it says right on here. I'm looking at it. Mr. Hash Bash, Adam Brook, 5:00 to 5:30 guest speaker. That's something.
I'll be there Friday. I'll be there Friday and Saturday.
Uh-oh.
Hell yeah.
Oh, he wants to stick around for the after party. No, I'm just Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
go.
mean, and it has always been, and it still is a patient event, right? You have to have
Right. So here's the thing: is people have been asking, like, it's not recreational, this, that. Well, I guess I consider all of Michigan a recreational area. So we got to have medical where we're going to have our, where our patients and caregivers are going to meet up, right? So there's a small area of the event that's medical only. And we do have a Lady Jane services on site. They'll certify you right there and be able to go to the medical area. So there's no reason not to get your card. It's $80. Come on. And you can go and hang out with the best growers in Michigan, the heirloom growers. They got all your genetics and, they got all different kinds of product. You're going to want to go hang out with them, right? But if you don't want to, I still want you to come to the event. It's okay. If you're against getting a card or whatever, you don't want to just get it for some reason, or you can't get it for your job, or there's a lot of people that just can't get a card, let's just say. Well, that's okay. The whole event is recreational in a sense. It's just
they're just making excuses,
right? I know it's not. There's no excuse because you can literally walk up and just get your card, and in 10 minutes you're in the event. So there's nothing. But anyway, it's all open. I don't want people to think you can't go to this. This is like a music festival, right? So can anybody go to a music festival? Sure. And we don't charge admission or parking. Just come enjoy it. Bring a lawn chair, hang out with your friends. We got like 15 non-med vendors, so they need your support. I mean, they're cool. Arts and crafts, and they sell jewelry and all kinds of pipes. I got a guy coming. He makes his own glass pipes. His name is Forrest. He's real cool. New vendor with us this year. So a lot of good stuff. We got food vendors. We got Mimi's Cuban food. We got this pizza. He makes, the guy makes pizza in his own stove. This guy brings his stove and cooks real pizza on site. We got my friend Ron from Higher Innovations. He's doing his barbecue. And then we got my buddy Damien with Potato Boss. So I'm not trying to make you hungry. I'm just saying we got
Boss
food. Yeah, you know what I mean? We got food. We got non-med vendors.
Wait. You can't just glance over Potato Boss. What the fuck?
That's my boy Damien. He makes he deep fries
Loaded
potatoes and French fries on site.
Oh no.
For real. And he's gonna have he might have tacos and stuff. He's gonna have all kinds of food. So we're gonna have a whole line of food vendors. They need your support. And then the music, we got music starting up at 1:00. But we also got Daniel Job is gonna actually start at noon, and he's gonna have the Weedsters, and I want to get Eric Gunnels up there, and man, whoever can be up with him, Rick Antis, Amy Carter, Latrish Matson, all them, they're going to speak for about a half an hour, opening up the event both days. Yep. So then we got Jack Elliott at 1 o'clock. You guys know Jack Elliott. He's Canna Family. So he'll be up there doing an hour of acoustic. And then we got Tom Cosmic Knot. He's kind of like he knows about growing, you know, so he's going to teach us all about cultivation. And we might have Chris Roots come up and just talk about organic gardening and, you know, just proper growing medical cannabis. And then at 3 o'clock to 4:20, their band's playing called Cosmic Knot. So they're going to be like a new band. So we never had them.
Well, Cosmic Knot, those are the guys that hook the weed plant up to the fucking synthesizer or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So like they play along with the fucking plant.
Yeah, the
bro.
plant plays a tune and they jam with the plant.
Okay.
That's
Can't
wild.
wait to
It's wild.
Cool.
I mean, it's simple science, but it's wild.
I've tried getting them on the show. I don't know.
Yeah, he's played Hatch Bash with that.
Yeah, we'll get him. We'll get
Well,
him on.
he went on Jazz Cabbage, but yeah, he's not.
We'll
We're
get him
not
on
good
there.
enough, I guess.
No, we'll get him up there. He didn't know. We'll get him out. So he's going to be speaking from 2 to 2:30, and then they're going to play from 3 to 4:20. And then this year, I got tired of hearing myself speak all them numbers and raffles. We're not going to do that this year. We're going to have Sapo Sesh. You guys know about Sapo, Worldwide Sapo, right? So he's going to be doing whatever that means, Sapo Sesh, getting high. And
Whatever that means.
rap music. I don't even know what it means, to be honest. I couldn't even tell you.
Oh, so like entertainment?
It's going to be entertainment and getting high. So we're like going to all sit and take a minute, smoke some weed, and they got like rap. I guess it's going to be, you know,
he's not in charge. Oh, he's in charge of raffles.
So, yeah. He's got rap artists, and we got Mohammed coming up too. So there's boy Mohammed. They're going to be doing something crazy. So you got to come on Friday at 4:20 for Sapo Session. Just get ready to have a good time. And then at 5:30, we got the band Halfway There. Now, that's kind of what is my side of the event. They played for us before. So Halfway There is like a really good, man. They're, what do you even call this? I can't really refer to it too well, but like a jam rock band, I guess. They just got a really good groove, like a groove jam music. And then at 7 o'clock, we're going to make way for the headliners, Kids Under the Carpet. So they play 2 hours of blow your mind, melt your face, fish music. That's a pretty good first day.
Fish music.
Yeah, if the band Fish from Vermont, you know, 1983. Anyway,
Oh, yeah, I'm from
they're
the hood,
fucking
dog. I'm
badass. I just
sorry.
saw them. Let's put it this way.
It
I just saw
sounds
them.
familiar.
Let's put it this way. I just saw them in Grand Rapids last week, and they
Me and my
had Billy
cousins
Strings.
listen to that shit.
Yeah, but this is stoner music. You got to get into this. They had Billy Strings come out and play for an hour at the end of the show, and he's like, you know, a guitar aficionado, bluegrass. So that just
Thought
happened
you were
last
saying
week.
people are going to be fishing out for 2 hours. Bro.
Pretty much.
Like,
Pretty much, that's what's going to be happening. Is a lot of grooving and dancing and fishing out. Then we're going to light a campfire and smoke some more weed. And we're going to get SOB up on the mic.
oh shit! Is it gonna be a karaoke night? Oh shit!
Yep, we're going to let
man.
SOB take over for the next 2 hours.
I've only seen him do karaoke like 30 seconds before. I'd like to see an entire set of KK.
No, he's gonna be doing the you know, AC/DC Black Album or something. I don't know. We'll pick something up.
Shit!
Metallica. We'll get him to do some Metallica or something. What do you think, Chris?
I'm down. I can handle it.
That's the secret set, dude. Don't tell nobody, okay? I just told you guys. You're not gonna tell nobody, right?
No, nobody here.
The real after party's over at Adams Hotel, but you know.
Hey, now, who said I was getting a hotel?
Well, wherever Adam's at,
we already know where it's at, bro.
Wherever Adam is, just find him. But no, we got a good first day. That's our 14th anniversary right there. Plus, we got industry reps. I didn't mention that. So all of the, I didn't have time. Shane called him this year. Our manager, Shane, he took his time and out of his day and called like every single company that's still legit, you know, that's helping us, like Hydro Farm, Advanced Nutrients, Great Lakes Garden Wholesale, all of them that are out there still doing good and still helping the grow stores. They're going to come and be part of the event, have their booths out front on Friday from like 10 a.m. till, 4 o'clock or something, 5 o'clock. They kind of leave early, but they'll be there in the morning to give out samples and educate us about medical cannabis and whatnot. So, hey, next year I was going to invite you guys possibly to sponsor our shirts. We're not going to do shirts this year. For the first time in 14 years, we skipped out on the shirts. So that was just because I didn't have time to coordinate it. It takes like 2 months for printing and whatnot. And it just didn't work out this year, and coordinating everybody, and it just didn't work out. But I've already got 13 sponsors right now. So we're going to get that over the weekend here. We're going to get all of our sponsors for next year. So our free shirts will be back for the 15th anniversary.
15, man.
I know, but hey, we didn't almost do this event. Let's be honest. I mean, nobody's doing stellar we're just doing okay. So I wasn't real sure to do the event. I got another business. I'm trying to work at that. And I just didn't have the time to put into it. But Stoner's got peer pressure pretty hardcore, and everybody wants to get together. And I want to see my Canna family, So it's just that's kind of the reason we bought the property, was so we could have an event once a year. And it would have been a real sad day not to have our party. So we're definitely looking forward to it. Everything's coming together real sweet. We got security. We got our, med tent in the middle of the venue. We're gonna set it up a little different this year. We're gonna have the vendors have their tents on the outside, like Gems and Genetics, and then we're gonna pop a med tent right in the middle. So got that. I mean, the bands are excited. We got Mr. Hash Bash. What else could you ask for? We got Captain Kirk too. Don't forget about that. We got Captain Kirk. He's going to speak on Saturday.
But he's not Captain Kirk anymore.
He's always going to be Captain Kirk. Come on.
What did he change his name to?
Look,
no,
I wish you could
brand name to.
I know, but
it's the company.
I know. Yeah,
I don't know.
What did he switch the company to? Like Hey Captain or something?
Yeah. Hey Captain Edibles.
Yeah, Hey Captain Edibles.
Edibles. Got to remember
It
that.
is crazy, man. Like I'm personally shocked that they Marvel went at him and not fucking Star Trek. Captain Kirk. Yeah.
The guy himself, the actual guy who played the character, that's, what's his name? The actual Captain Kirk guy.
Yeah. What the fuck's his name? Shatner, William Shatner.
He should have been
William
flattered.
Shatner.
Yeah, he should have been flattered anyways.
Right.
Somebody at least use his name, nobody talks about him anymore. So I'd be proud if I was him. He made it to the big time.
Dog catcher's med tent. Is that first aid?
Yeah. It's kind of like that.
It is.
It's kind of like first aid. It's just everybody needs it at the same time, It's our medicine. I still call it medicine to this day. I'm always going to call it that, But yeah, hey, we got a band on Saturday after Mr. Hash Bash. We got a new band called Big Empty Detroit. They're a band that does Stone Temple Pilots songs. I've been wanting to get this guy out for a while. A lot of people want rock and roll music. They don't get that at a lot of festivals. So we're going to do rock and roll for an hour on Saturday from 6 to 7. And then 2 hours of Grateful Dead, because I'm a lover. I love the Dead. So we're going to do this new band. They're called Cosmic Rose. And it's like all the best people that were in all the Grateful Dead cover bands. They kind of, I don't know what you want to say. They just got their own band now. So it's something new. So there's a lot of new stuff going on at this event. It's pretty exciting. But there's also a lot of the familiar stuff that we know and love too. So it's a good mixture. Got the bounce house for the kids, of course. So if you got little kids, they're fine. They can come to it. It's fine. My kids are 8 and 10 now. They'll play with the kids, it's fine. Keep them entertained.
Unfortunately, last year was the first time I actually got to go, but I had a pretty good time, man. I only went Saturday, but yeah, it was a good time.
Appreciate you. Oh, and State Genetics, I can't forget about them guys. They're the main sponsor of the event. So we got State Genetics doing our sponsor, and then we got Booley's Buds and Dink Deck helping us with the stage a little bit. Our stage fell through, the guy passed away and they were busy with the fair and it just didn't work out. So I kind of had to scamper to get a stage, but I got a really nice stage and I put a tent over it. But it looks like the weather's going to be perfect. Speaking about, just being outside, shit, it's going to be like 80 degrees and sunny both days. So we're looking good.
Yeah, don't jinx yourself, man.
No, man, it's great. No, for real. Got it out of its system.
No, it's
good.
pretty nice.
It's going to be perfect for the end of summer. Yep. It rained on the back to the bricks, though. That's why I don't mess with that weekend. It's always something going with that car show, and then it rained out. So good thing we didn't do it this last weekend. But yeah, it's all looking good, man. We're excited. If anything, we might need, to be honest, now that I'm thinking about it, we probably need a couple more vendors because you know how it is. You guys ever did an event the last minute, somebody's dog dies, or they got to go to their cousin's wedding, or they got called into work, or a lot of our vendors are just people that have jobs or whatever. So a couple vendors are not going to be able to make it. So I do got a couple spots. If anybody needs to get one, just get a hold of me.
You hear that, dog catcher?
It's just fun to get together, That's what I was going to say too, is the whole point is just to have a good time. I'm not out there trying to just make a huge profit. Matter of fact, I was playing my calculator, like plus and minus, trying to see, does it go to zero or, try to stay close to even. We're pretty close. We try to put the money into the event, just, have a good event. So, but yeah, next year we're going to go back to the normal, everything back on, breakfast and shirts and,
So everybody tuning in right now, everybody tuned in right now, you can get in. It's a free event.
This event is free to the public. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So just mention Medical Mondays and I'll let you write it. Oh.
Yeah. So when you're right into the med tent, as long as you got your med card, get you a discount at Lady Jane Services. But yeah, you can walk right in, check everything out, get your med card, go right in the med tent, have a good time. It's just supporting the community. If you're into medical cannabis, then all this is just a way to continue to support the movement. These are the strong survivors, they're the medical cannabis survivors that made it, and they're still out there doing their thing. And like you said it in the introduction, we're not going anywhere. I mean, why would I give up my medical license? If I don't have that Northern Lights number 5, I'm in big trouble. I mean, I'm going to have to go to see a doctor and get chemicals and get prescriptions. And I don't want that. So I'm one of those people that actually lives on medical cannabis every day. It's the only way. I just enjoyed the hell out of my summer, man. I had so much fun this summer. Take my kids to every single amusement park we could and just went swimming and water parks and riding bicycles and shit. I can't do that without my weed, though. There's no way I would make it without my Northern Lights. So I keep all kinds of strains around, but that one is that's essential, you guys. And I grow it organic. I grow it with M3 organic soil and just pure water and LED lights, and I just baby that shit. Just like Chris does. That's why it's not a surprise if Chris wins the competition, you guys. It's not like I'm so going to be surprised. You got some stiff competition, Chris. There's a lot of entries, but I know you baby your plants, and you're a good grower, dude. You've earned your trophies. Somebody was saying they knew they could predict who was going to win. Well, how do you know? What do you mean? And enter your best product. The entries for the Cultivators Cup and the Gems Genetics Cup here, we offer this to anybody. So anyone can enter a strain or something they grew or whatever. So topical, medical, anyone can pull up and win. So nobody's saying it's not an unfair competition. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be like, it's a blind competition. When you enter, nobody knows who entered it. It's just the name of the strain, whatever category you're in, and that's it. And them judges, if you're watching this and you're a judge, chill out. I got to get your packed to you. I know these judges have been at me, but we took entries as of this morning throughout the day. So we're going to be getting them judges kits ready first thing I bet you by high noon tomorrow, we'll be ready with them judges kits. I even pulled Shane in off his other job to come in the morning and finish up. So I got like, I don't even know, 60 or 70 judges, I bet. You know what I mean? All these different categories. I got a huge list of judges, and that's something I've been building up over the years. So I like to do that. That way we get a good variety of results. We're not just having a couple judges. And the winners, you guys, are very clear. When we add up their numbers, first place is like typically a landslide. You know? So yeah, if anybody wants to enter and you missed it this year, we got entries going on next year in like late June, July, starting July.
Dog catcher. He's like, we're past the deadline, bro. Me and KK told you.
It's okay. It's all right. You got a year. You got a whole year to get ready.
Yeah, you can be in it next year, bro. And it's the 15th next year. So
hey, if you really want to be in it, okay. I guess since we're talking right now, if you're like, okay, fuck, I want to be in it right now tonight. Okay, so come up tomorrow morning. I'll meet you there at 9:45, 10 o'clock. There you go.
Yeah, you gotta. He's gonna have to stay up, man, because he just woke up. He literally just woke up.
I'll see you at 10 a.m. I got some coffee and some weed. I'll meet you out there, okay? So go to Cloud Cultivation, and then you drop off your sample. You can enter it at 10 a.m. I got to have it by, 10:30. I got to have it in the morning. But if anybody's out there that really missed the opportunity and they think they got the winner, don't be shy. It's $100 to enter, and you could get the first place trophy. And I saw the trophies today. The lady I had to look at them and pick out which categories are which, medibles or, topicals. They're different. But, man, they're cool. They're glass, and they're colorful. They're really beautiful. So the trophies are something you want, and you're going to keep it for a lifetime. I mean, this is something that when you win that, basically, unless you break it, it's going to last a lifetime. They're quality. So people go for these trophies, and I'm so glad people entered this year. I was having a hard time because you know how stoners are, Bird? They probably wait a minute. You know what I mean? They're not like
waiting
at the gates to get in. Anyway, there you go. Listen, you can still enter, dude. It's okay. Just chill back and roll them up, and you got all night. So we take entries for like 2 weeks, and then on the last 3 days is when you actually get the entries. So, but that's okay. I got everything ready for tomorrow morning. I got them all ready to go. I'm just waiting for Shane to come put the master list for the judges sheets, put them in each packet. And once that's done, it's going to take about an hour. I'll call every single judge, and they'll come and grab them. Those judges kits will be gone tomorrow, man. That stuff goes so fast.
I'm going to quote Clover. Shout out to my brother KK Flowers, who won Best in Show last year. SOB.
Yeah, what strain was that, dude? That was good.
Thank you, Clover.
Do you remember what strain? I can't remember.
KK paid dog catcher. Super Boof. That's what it was.
Dude, I remember. Hey, I didn't even know that was your strain, dude. I'm sitting on the final panel, and we're sitting there hitting it like 10 people, and it was the last joint we smoked, and everybody voted for it. It was no bullshit that you won that.
Dog catcher said KK paid me not to enter. KK.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going on a date with him tonight for it. That was his payment.
Hey, just buy an ounce from him and then enter it. Just enter it, dude.
Right. That's a dog. I was gonna do that last year. Well, I mean, this past Hash Bash Cup. Fucking get some fucking. Well, I was thinking about doing it with Michigan Turf Worms, but
yeah,
whatever. Did it just pre-rolls, because I knew, like the previous year, the pre-rolls. I'm sorry,
Right.
There's like two that I actually enjoyed. The rest were just trash, man. It's not hard to fucking win a pre-roll competition when you
That's a
got
fun
fired.
category. Do you know what happened with that category? I thought it was going to be like best doobie. It started out, right? I thought you meant like you were just going to roll a joint. B's just normal and put weed in it, right? These motherfuckers took it and turned it sideways. Now it's anything besides weed. And there's weed in there a little bit, and then there's oil, resin.
Oh, bro, these motherfuckers they're putting essential oils in these motherfucking because the weed has been fucking microwaved. So remediated.
But wait, no, I'm saying no. Here's what I'm saying. That's probably true too. But I'm saying our competition, the competitors changed it. From
all right. I'm talking about metric shit.
But you know what's cool? There's no rules with that joint. It's called pre-roll, right? We don't have no rules, so you can just enter whatever you want. But one time I was trying to smoke one driving, or like I was unable to be careful. Okay, and this thing was dripping on me, and I had oil all over me, man. I was getting like on my face and on my hands, and I was all wet and stuff. It was crazy. So sometimes,
and then you get to parent-teacher conferences. They're like, "What the fuck?"
Excuse me, you got to go, sir.
I don't mess with that stuff.
But some of it's really good.
I'd rather the extracts be on the inside. You know what I mean? Like I remember fucking around, even like the tarantula, whatever you want to call it. Where it has keef on the outside. But when you're fucking with wax or whatever they put on the outside, and there's nothing to keep it on there, like keef or something else, it just drips, man.
It's wild. This stuff's wild. I'm not saying it's bad every time, but it's just another way to enjoy our products. But man, it's pretty wild. And I don't know. I didn't know that that's what was going to happen. That's just a funny story. I thought it was just going to be people rolled up some joints. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this is my weed, and I rolled it to a joint. I didn't realize what they were going to do to the category. So it's changed. But you could still pull up and win. Just roll up a joint. Just a regular good weed, and just put it in a paper and roll it, and you could still win the category easily.
Yeah,
that's the way I
wish there was. I wish there was like a divide between,
Well, I do
just weed, and then I guess an infused.
Right.
So we might do that next year. How about that? We'll do best doobie, right? Like best doobie, right? Like weed only,
just straight weed,
joints,
bro.
Right?
Yeah.
Best doobie, and then we'll do like pre-roll, which is like no rules. Go as crazy as you want and put whatever you want in it. I like that. We might have to add a category next year because I thought it was going to be best doobie, and then all the competitors didn't go with. I didn't tell them what I thought.
All kinds of hash holes and
crazy shit. Yeah, it's funny. I like it. I think it's cool. I didn't even know that whole world really exists. Like you spent that much time to do all that. I mean, I guess it's fun. It's get stoned and enjoy.
I'm so glad like nobody's like entered in like a Canagar, because I mean I think they actually did last year. Not this past hash bash, but the year before.
Well, what's his face Jake used to enter, I believe, back when we first started out.
Yeah. Man, them bitches last forever. So how are you supposed to judge Canagars, man?
Oh. I wouldn't have a Canagar category.
No.
Right
but
now,
I guess that would be a pre-roll. You could just
whatever.
Good.
Whatever you bring up that's rolled up, it's in that category right now. It's just that's wide open to it. It's kind of cool. But yeah, and then we got concentrates. That's another category where you could interpret it and just people are asking whatever.
So wax,
whatever, dude. Just concentrate.
BHO,
all of it, head to head.
Hash. I mean,
whatever you got.
Solventless.
I mean, man, have you seen some of those categories at High Times? It gets endless. I mean, it ends up being just categories. Like I don't know what all that is. I can't
What
do all
kinds
that. I'm just lucky to have any entries and have a competition. You know what I mean? You're coming
Oh
off
yeah,
of
I feel
some
you. I feel
samples.
you.
It costs $100 to enter. I mean, that's an expense there. And a lot of people just don't want to, spend the money. I respect that. But if you have a good product and you want to get a trophy and you want to have some fun, it's just a
I
fun,
mean, the
fun
trophies are
competition.
dope too. I mean,
Yeah, they're
I've
really
seen
nice. I was
KKs.
impressed. Today
Yeah.
I was pretty impressed. Thank you. Yeah, I saw the new one. They're new this year. We try to get new ones each year.
Yeah, for sure.
They look nice. And we're going to put the Gems and Genetics logo with the Cloud Cultivators Cup logo. I got to work on that tomorrow. Is get the logos over there so they're, updated and, that way you remember what happened because Daniel Job helped me out a lot. I got to let you know. I mean, I can do it by myself, but it's nice when somebody helps you, isn't it? I mean, he's got a lot of connections. He has some bands, some food vendors. He's going to bring some security guards, volunteers. It's going to be a good crowd of the Gems and Genetics crew. So whoever's out there that likes the Gems and Genetics, come on out. And I appreciate if you're already coming and if you're helping with the event because I need help this year just because I only got a little bit of time and, I can't just throw unlimited money at it either. Right. So everybody's pulling together and it's going to come out sweet. I already can see how the non-med vendor area is going to fill up pretty good. Everything's going to be good. The bands, I know Adam's ready for his spot. I'm hoping he does some Sinclair poetry. That's what I'm really hoping for. He's got his Sinclair down. How's that doobie, man? That's some good cherry pie. I wish you could Pat. Let me hit that.
How'd you know it was a cherry pie, man? Yeah.
Looks good. Man. You should put that in the best doobie next year.
That's dog catcher's job,
man. But yeah, no, I'd love to have some of your guys up there. I saw a couple guys, on your sponsor list. I'd love to have them at the event.
Oh yeah, for sure. Huge shout out to Nada Maid. She should come through.
Anybody who wants to,
I think SOB should get there, right? SOB. Hey, I think you should come this weekend.
Yeah, you should come this weekend, dude.
I'm planning on hanging out. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. See, I got one of my sponsors to come.
Got one, baby. Now, if we could get State Genetics to make an appearance, that'd be a miracle. That'd be a real miracle.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Tiki in a minute.
Yeah, man. He's busy, I guess. I mean, we all get busy.
Yeah.
Everybody likes to see, what they got to offer. That's for sure.
Definitely.
I've been rocking that Oreos Blizzard lately. You guys try that one yet?
Yeah, I'm growing that right now.
Really, me too, man. I've been really enjoying that, growing that plant. It's like docile. It don't really seem to matter if your environment's a little hot or if you give it too much newts or not enough newts or whatever. It just seems to be, don't really care, does it? It just puts out some fire. I'm loving it. And I'm not saying I need a strain like that. I'm just saying it's like that strong. What do you want to call it? Just the, resiliency or just the genetics itself. It seems like it's just bound and determined to turn out chunky and real dense, real good terps and shit. Have you been growing it for a while? I think we lost KK. Oh man. But no, I like talking to other growers. You got to grow for a while. If you're growing a strain, you don't just judge it on the first time. I actually, it was kind of funny story on that Oreos Blizzard. I was going to toss it out. So I wasn't getting any much terps on it or nothing. Like week 3 and 4 of flower, wasn't really smelling that strong. I even asked Tiki if he had something that had a stronger smell in flower, like when you're flowering it. That's how I got Tropical Runts. But by the time I ended up finishing that Oreos Blizzard, I'll tell you what, that last 3 or 4 weeks, it changes big time. And it starts to have a good smell and a really good flavor. It's not really fruity, I wouldn't say. And I've always had trouble describing weed. It's not, a notable fruity smell. It's probably something that you'd say is more danky.
Yeah, I've never had the Oreo Blizzard, but I've had the Oreos from Nugget Junction. He grows some fire ass Oreos.
Yeah, I don't know what that blizzard is either, to be honest. I forgot. I crossed it. It's good though. Just something to have where it's like so good it's in demand, just like the old days. I'll put it that way. It's not hard to find a patient who's looking for it. I'm just hoping every caregiver out there gets a strain like that. That's so good that as soon as they finish it, they can't even keep it. It's just gone. As soon as they finish it up, it just disappears. I guess the market's just too flooded, right?
Yeah, it doesn't even say what the strain is, like what the makeup.
Man, I
It's a
asked him one
hybrid.
time.
Oh, all right. It's a hybrid of ice cream cake and sunset sherbet.
The blizzard?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You got to remember that. Ice
And
cream
it's
cake.
and it's indica dominant.
Okay. The good thing is there, it doesn't make you couch lock or tired or nothing. It's not like, one of those ones. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's a sativa. It doesn't seem like it's a sativa. It doesn't really grow like that either. It's kind of a hybrid though. It has to be a hybrid. It's not
Yeah, no, it is. It's a
90% indica.
hybrid.
Yeah.
No,
it's
it
probably
says indica
60-40,
dominant, but
60-40, 70-30 maybe, something like that. No, it's good though. I mean, just the color of it, the density, smell, I mean, the effects, I like it. It's a strong plant, it doesn't ever act like it's mad at you for whatever you could pretty much grow it almost, you could almost grow it in a bad environment with bad inputs. It'd probably still come out good. But I mean, like I said, because I already baby the Northern Lights, number 5. Why would I just baby the rest of them? So I try to, just give them the best light, the best clean air. I don't have nobody around them, no pets, nothing. Just let them be by themselves, peaceful, in a good, clean environment. Don't even have no windows in there. They don't know what time it is. I had to change my timer, because my power company, they charge you like time and a half rates in the summer or whatever.
Yeah.
So I decided that was some bullshit, and I put my timer to 7:01 p.m. So the lights come on at nighttime, and they fucking go out at 7:01 a.m. and shit. We don't run our lights in the daytime. Now I'm about to get solar panels in the next, say, year. Say hopefully about 9 months or whatever, spring. I want to get solar panels. So if I did that now, when the sun comes up, I'm gonna turn my timer on at like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning is when my lights would want to come on. So when the sunshine hits the solar panels, it's going to go to the inverter and change it to AC from DC, and then it's going to go to the grow lights. So I mean, that's kind of sounds weird, but I'm actually going to grow indoors off of the sunshine, believe it or not. And it's not going to cost any money because it's going to make my meter spin backwards. So say I run like 7,000 watts or whatever.
So how much? Yeah, how many fucking solar panels are you talking about?
Well, first of all, you got to ask the wattage. So I'm going to go with the new 590 watt Q-Cell bifacial. They're made in Georgia.
I mean, fucking solar has come a long way.
Think about it.
There was a point where solar wasn't even viable in Michigan. There was like no point because it wasn't drawing enough sun.
Okay.
But now they're talking about the new shit that can even pull sunlight from the moon type shit. Like what? Like,
wow.
I mean, that shit's extremely expensive.
This is the lowest dollar per watt you're going to find because we took American-made solar panels and we face them south. Okay, so I don't have the moving systems. Those are for like the big industrial scale. They'll go east to west. We don't do that. Think about it this way: they just sit facing south, and when the sun comes up, it powers the meter that, the electrical panel that you have will start to feed off of the solar panels all day. But there's going to be a point at about 11 a.m. where you're not going to be able to use all that power that you have to offset your production for 1 year. So you need to be connected to the grid, and you set up an agreement. It's totally legal. It's called an interconnection agreement. And I can help anybody set this up. When you have that,
you can't, and like, you can't have your fucking house on solar without tapping into the grid.
It's important because what happens is you feed that grid like a battery. So you don't have to buy all these big batteries. And then whenever you need that power, say it's raining out, snowing, it's nighttime, and you still want to grill your bedroom or something, air conditioner, everything will run off the grid like normal. But you're not really paying for the power still because you have storage. Like it's like credits, Put it this way, my store works so good.
So wait. So you're not even gonna have your own battery set up?
No, I don't have that. No, not yet.
So you're just pumping into the grid.
Excess. I use it first. So I use about 5,000 watts, and I can make up to 25,000 or 30,000 at a time when the sun is just pounding down, right? So all the extra part, I can't hold it. It's too much to hold.
No, I didn't even know that you could have that set up where you didn't
have
a battery.
For 3.5 years straight going to the grid.
Without battery? You don't have no kind of battery.
I use the grid.
So if you lose power, you lose solar too?
You lose solar because of the disconnect. Yes, the solar disconnect would be safe. It will save people's lives because you don't want to send. No, listen. I'll tell you real quick. So if the power ever went out, which it hasn't went out in 3.5 years since I've had this, I didn't lose power yet. But it is dumb. You're right. You got me there. If the power goes out, I got to go get a little Honda generator and plug it in to run my computers. Like that would be stupid, right? But I'm playing the gamble because I'm a gambler with something that I want to play with it. So the
whole thing with batteries is once you fill that battery, the excess goes out and you get a credit. You know what I mean?
Right, because if you don't hook up to the grid, you're wasting the kilowatts all day. It's called clipping, right? You're gassing. You're just like it's not going anywhere. If you're only using 5,000 watts and you're making 30,000 and you're not hooked to the grid, you're just basically wasting your own money at that point. So having a grid line and living in Michigan, okay, we're lucky, and being able to connect to the grid is a huge bonus because right now they're holding, get this.
I mean, that's the only way you can do it though.
No, you can have an off-grid system. You can have an off-grid system, but that's kind of wasteful.
Where?
You got to have anywhere you want, but you got to have more panels and more batteries, and it's kind of wasteful. Your battery might run out, and then you're just sitting there with nothing. Like you can't really use a battery more than a couple hours if you're running a big load. You have to be a normal house. If you're going to live on a battery, you got to have just a couple of appliances running a couple lights. You're not running
saying
loads.
That's all you gotta live off of. I mean, with being on the grid, which I don't think you can in Michigan live off the grid.
Anybody who doesn't have a power line would be off grid, right? And they can still have solar and batteries. Some people choose maybe to just try to do it like that, and I thought that I was going to do it, but after I got connected, I realized it was the best decision because I don't have to buy a battery yet. I'm going to get one because like you said, if the grid goes down, you're kind of screwed, right? So I want to be independent. I'm going to have my panels work in the event of a grid outage if it's sunny out. So the battery helps you do that. And then I could hook up my computers and all that shit. So in case the grid is out, I can have my security system and have run off the battery. So that's nice. But what they're holding, I can't hold 20,000 kilowatt hours. Okay. So they owe me $2,094. That means 20,940 kilowatt hours that I have just generated in the last 12 months. There's nothing I can do with it, man. I don't need it. It's
I'm just saying though, it'd be nice to have a battery. It wouldn't take.
I want to get one, and then that's the
inverter. The excess. I mean, you're just saying you're making an excuse not to have a battery.
I wanted to see if it worked. Yeah, you're funny. Listen, I wanted to see if it worked. Okay, so now I know that it works, and now I'm going to get a battery that's only say 10 kW. That's only
bro, just 10 grand. Something.
It's only 10 grand. I thought I needed one that was 50 kW, dude. When I first got into this. That's $50,000 or something stupid amount of money that I didn't need to store 50 kW. That's not realistic. So I would just need like a 10 or 20 kW battery. That's a little investment. And now you can get a tax credit of 30%. So that's nice. People that get a grant, they're going to get a 50% grant to get a battery. It's going to cost $2,700. So that makes a lot of sense. That they're going to save a lot of money. But the batteries are not the reason why I'm doing it this way is so I can tell people it's not like you have to buy one, because if everybody had to buy a battery, that would be less people that could go to get the solar systems. So you just use the grid as your battery, and you sign a 10-year agreement that says for that time they can't change their rates and they can't change their distribution and they can't, tell no in any case. So you're going to be able to pump out whatever you can make in the summer and use it at nighttime or in the winter. So it balances out. I'm just lucky. I overdid mine. My solar works so good. I'm over 20,000 kilowatts right now. It's great. So I do have a battery. It's called their grid. Every single power line in Michigan that's connected to Consumers Energy.
Yeah, but if you lose power, you ain't got shit.
I'll just smoke the doobie, bro. Hey,
just credit me, buddy.
I'll just smoke a doobie, and then I'll call Consumers Energy, and then they'll come send their guys out and fix it for free. That's why we're not taking away workers, because they still have to maintain the grid. See, so we're not hurting the workers. We're not doing nothing with solar energy. Guess what happened to them 20,000
solar shit, man?
Hey, last thing, they sold that kilowatts. Okay, Consumers Energy just made a lot of money. They made a couple grand off my power, and I didn't get nothing. I just got a number on a screen. But if I ever needed it, for some reason, say my panels weren't working or something, I could live off that 20,000 kilowatt hours for like 4 or 5 months right now. 4 or 5 months of, if I just disconnect my solar panels, I won't have a power bill for 5 months. So it's pretty cool. Plus my bill is $150 a month now. It used to be $1,500, dude. I'm saving 90%. Like, it's the greatest thing. So. Anyways, if you're at the party, I guarantee you, anywhere who's at the party, I'm gonna chit chat about solar all the time, because why would people keep paying their power bill? That's fucking nuts.
I've always been pro. Don't think people out there think that I'm like anti-solar. I like solar.
I mean,
I always thought it was stupid that Reagan, fucking what was it, Carter put solar panels up by the White House. As soon as Reagan got into fucking office, he was like, "Get them shits. They're so ugly." Like, bitch, you stupid fuck.
I mean, sometimes
there used to be solar panels. What, in the '70s, late '70s?
Yeah, since the '60s, people have been using them at their houses. And the technology is so proven. Yeah, I was going to tell you. You can go to a website, Google this, PV watts, and you can look up any address and any amount of size of system, and it will tell you in 1 year how much kilowatt this thing is going to produce. So when I go to use mine, I'm going to look at the 12 months of my history, and that's growing, 5 indoor LEDs, not just a little 13 foot room. It's tiny, dude. Little room like a caregiver would have, and that costs about $1,000 a month, right? So I'm going to take all them kilowatts, and I'm going to make a system that can produce that much kilowatts in 1 year. So when the sun shines, I'm going to turn my lights on, and they're going to run off the solar panel. Fuck this, dude. Why would I sit there and pay their power bill? I don't work for the Consumers Energy, dude. That's cool, man. Free weed. That is the most pure free weed you could get. Grow in Michigan in winter.
I'm just laughing because you said the same thing like 4 times, but it was different ways.
It was a different way. This time, what we're saying is the Consumers Company is not the monopoly in my home. And I'm going to get a battery just in case, like you're saying. I'm not going to be some idiot if they disconnect the lines.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
I can live off grid, dude.
I said it was dumb. There's a difference.
It's a gamble. You're right. And if it's fucking freezing, you know what? Cloud cultivation would probably be in big trouble, because now all my nutrients would freeze, and they would go bad. So you're right. I'm risking it big time. Man, you're a good salesman.
I need to buy a battery. Do you got one? Shit.
Sure.
I need to buy one from you.
Sure. It's like an election year this year, right?
I don't know, man. I don't know nothing about that shit.
Pretty much.
That's scary,
so,
dude.
You know, we've talked several times on the show about people saying that they're finding fentanyl in weed and da 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 da, but they don't have any fucking credible, like nothing.
Right.
They don't have any evidence whatsoever. But that guy Vance, you know, vice president, hopeful. What's his first name?
J.D. Vance.
J.B. Vance.
John David.
J.D. Gotcha. Well, he's going on talking about fentanyl and weed, man.
Man.
Whoa.
So I guess I'll just play it.
Refused to obey the commands of law enforcement because they got into this country in the first place under the promise that law enforcement wouldn't stop them and wouldn't enforce the law. So the border policies that we have at the southern border, they make our communities less safe, even as far north as Wisconsin. It means Mexican drug cartels operating in our communities. It means people dying of fentanyl. I talked to another police officer who talked about we have fentanyl not just in heroin and opioids and even prescription pills, or I guess non-prescription pills that are sold on the street. We've got heroin and we've got fentanyl, we've got fentanyl in our marijuana bags that our teenagers are using. And look, I'm the parent of 3 young kids. My wife is here and I'm thrilled to have her join. We've got a 7-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old. We don't have to worry about this yet, but I'm
So everybody out there who smokes weed,
but who smokes fentanyl? It's not a drug you smoke.
Yeah, bro.
It doesn't make any sense.
In our marijuana bags that are teen policies that we have at the southern border, they make our communities less safe, even as far north as Wisconsin. It means Mexican drug cartels operating in our communities. It means people dying of fentanyl. I talked to another police officer who talked about we have fentanyl not just in heroin and opioids and even prescription pills, or I guess non-prescription pills that are sold on the street. We've got heroin and we've got fentanyl. We've got fentanyl in our marijuana bags that are teen.
This shit's
good old brainwash.
Yeah. So
I'm waiting to see some
fentanyl. Made it to the top, y'all. Like it's like you got motherfuckers running for vice president, claiming, I think this is the highest it's gotten, right?
Yeah.
As far as like the deception of even mixing the 2 drugs whatsoever. Like,
who's he running with?
Trump.
Oh yeah, that definitely sounds like Republican mindset.
And it's not the Chinese, it's the Mexicans. They're sure of that.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. It's the Mexicans that are doing that.
They got to finish building that wall first. You know?
Yeah.
It's fucking.
I'll just wait till they win or lose to start listening to one of them. You know what I mean? Just try to ignore it until next year or something. I got enough to do this year, man. I ain't trying to listen to that at all. You know, I don't even. Before you know it, they're going to be gone.
There's been multiple. I mean, the thing about it is there's been multiple articles written up, fucking, off the wall, fucking news stories and shit, and it all comes down to, they had weed in their system, and then they had fentanyl. So, they must interacted the 2 at the same time, and they overdose. Like, no, bro, that's not how it works.
Well, and what just gets me the most is when these parents talk about their teenage kids that this was the first time Johnny ever took a pill, and it had fentanyl in it, and it killed him. No. Johnny's been stealing pills and taking pills.
Yeah.
You
It's
just
just he
didn't know
couldn't
it.
get them anymore, the real ones, so he went to the street and bought some fucking pressed pills.
Or he's
That's
at a
how-
party and someone says, "You want some pills?" And he said, "Yeah."
that too.
But
But yeah, man, I've seen plenty of videos like on Vice TV and shit where motherfuckers are pressing up their own pills. Looks like the real thing. All that shit. Shit's wild, bro.
You seen the new commercials about not driving stoned, where it's like you could smoke weed in all these places, but you can't smoke weed in your car?
No.
Can't drive stoned, and if you're too high to drive, don't drive. I'm like, where are these people getting their information? Because in traffic accidents, when they get a urine or a blood sample, they
Good thing I'm not getting high. I'm getting medicated.
Right. They fucking check off that box. Well, that's not a study. That's just a collection of numbers. Doesn't mean anything. And the Canadians, when they did their study on traffic, they found that potheads were safer drivers, not more risky. So, listen, they've already proven that they can lie to the public. They've been doing it for 80 years on this one subject alone. So, not much surprises me. It's like the ultimate hypocrisy.
At least we saw it happen in our lifetimes.
Well, yeah, I never thought I'd see it change as much as it has, like all across the country. We've been fighting to do Michigan for so long that when it finally happened, it was like, all right, it's been 20 years of continuous activism where, it was in the news and it was changing people's opinions and things like that. And then we finally got to the vote, but I can see guys that waited 50 years for that. And, they talk about weed a lot differently because it was much more secretive back when they first started. So I find that kind of cool that I got to see that change.
Yeah, that's why I stick with our medical cards, because that was when, the change was the best. I think that was the best part of the changes. Going from it being outright illegal to being okay, as long as you follow the rules with your medical card, it became much more accepted. And then before you know it, a lot of people got their cards. We hit a huge number here in Michigan. I was hoping that we would just keep it as that. Just like, if you want to grow it, you get your card. Or if you want to get it from a grower, you don't have to have your card. It could be recreational, just you got to get it from a medical grower that is that's the licensing in Michigan. I thought that was kind of the idea. That's what I'm going to continue to do, because like you just said, if you got it in your system, you're driving, I think you're
fucked.
covered. Well, if you got a card though, you're good.
If you have
right?
a card,
So,
you're exempt, but you're exempt from the law.
I like that.
That's
like
what's
that.
so cool
I need
about
it.
our law.
I really need
that-
it, you guys. I mean, I actually need to have that card. I hope that system never ends. It's really important.
I can't see them ever doing it away with that. That was our foot in the door. That's what changed everything when we passed that law. And, the fact that it eventually went recreational, whoever thought it wouldn't? Obviously, it was going to go. And the anti-weed people used to talk about that. Oh, the sky is falling. Next, they're going to want recreational weed. And then what? I mean, what they think, you have to remember all the crazy shit that they said was going to happen if we legalized weed. And none of it's happened. Just like none of the things they used to say were happening were true.
Well, that's because we proved them wrong right away. I mean, we had our clubs open up, and we were socially talking about it on social media and having our events, and nothing bad was happening. Right? It wasn't like a bunch of people getting too drunk and fighting or whatever, was it?
but they still like to play and I'll use a dirty word, the cartel game. So if you're treating people right, and you can grow 50,000 plants and make a change in this nation, that's illegal. You need a license for that. That makes no sense to me. Because if you can grow 12 plants, you should be able to grow whatever you want, whatever you can afford to put out there.
So shout out to Cali, man. California senators approved a bill to let marijuana growers sell directly to consumers at state-run farmers markets.
They're still going to have license. They're still going to have.
No, they will have to have licenses.
Right.
And they can't just set up shop anywhere. It's still gonna be local, shit. Right. You're gonna have to jump through hoops and everything. But
as long as they allow for safe
they're
transfer,
gonna be able to be part of the bigger events. You know what I mean? So
yeah, they changed their event license there because they realized that they couldn't pull off it was so limiting that people couldn't do events. So they changed it. And,
but none of this shit goes into effect until 2026. So there's like 2 more years. Well, what? A year and a half to go.
Yeah, I don't want to change my event. If I took away medical, that means nobody who's in our event's in it. I'd have to go with all the licensed growers and have them come out. I don't want to do that to the event. That's not what it started. That's not anything that has to do with our event. So I'm not excluding them, but they don't really have a place at our event besides to come and enjoy it. They can't be in the medical area, and they can't set up on the outside of the medical area. And
I'll take
my township does not allow recreational. Can you guys believe that?
Yeah. Oh, of course I can believe that.
It's just weird. I'm like in a pocket all around me. Birch Run's got it. They got dispensaries and whatever. Mount Morris got it.
Oh, no way, bro. I haven't been out shopping in so long, bro.
But to me, if I lived in one of those communities, I'd find out what the neighbors are doing, how many dispensaries they got, for instance. And I'd point out the fact that, they got this much in tax dollars because they have so many dispensaries and it's a stable amount. So we know what each community got. And you're giving this up, this free money that all you got to do is let these people open their businesses and it's highly regulated and you don't have anything to worry about.
I tried to say that one time and a couple of caregivers jumped on me and said I shouldn't promote it. And it kind of made me step back and think about it. They were right. It makes sense. So I just decided to shut up about it. But it's a good, valid point. If you look at the map, why is Vienna Township, red, everybody else is green? What the heck is going on? It's all around us.
They're getting money, man. See, I lived in Ann Arbor for 20 years. So pot was legal for me 20 years before it was legal for everybody else. Because if you didn't live in Ann Arbor, it was a felony. If you lived in Ann Arbor, it was a civil infraction. Nobody cared that you had pot on you. Now the state still did raids and the city still did raids for when they found big grows. But nobody cared about weed. It was a wild place to live, And then we started fighting to change the law, and it was shocking how many people were vehemently against it. I understand law enforcement. They got something to gain by keeping it illegal. But everyday people, they're too stupid to keep it illegal. They don't know anything about it, most of them. Unless their kid was hooked on heroin.
Unless they're fucking snitches.
Well,
I wouldn't be involved with it if it was bad. I mean, come on. Up until I started growing, until my early 30s, I kind of just looked at weed out of a baggie, something that made me feel good and happy and enjoyable. Then I looked at the medical aspect and started to become a grower, and I realized you just have a relationship with a plant, and next thing you know, it heals you and your family and your friends, and you feel excellent don't you want to feel excellent every single day and have the time of your life? I mean, this plant makes my day fantastic, you guys. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. Let's be for real. And I don't care what you're doing. And I have to do stressful work at this other business. It's not fun. It's not always easy. But you sit there and smoke that weed, listen to your favorite music. It goes all together. I like to drink some coffee and sit there and think and just enjoy it. And now it's not that hard anymore. It makes even my mental state able to put up with work.
Dog Catcher said he's going to see you in the morning, man.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm calling out anybody who's watching this to be there at 10 o'clock at Cloud Cultivation. You're still in the competition. You can pull up right here, right now, and win, whatever, first place or whatever place. Nobody's going to stop you. So no problem. I'll be there at 10 o'clock.
Man, quick shout out to everybody. Chelsea's up in the building. It's a toy. What up, Doe? Prop One.
Hey, what do you guys think? This is Medical Mondays.
Buds. What?
Should we let licensed growers and all growers or rec growers or medical growers, who should be in the competition? For the competition, should we just say,
I let anybody that's enter my competition.
Just anybody.
Anybody, because
bring it.
That's Adam, man. Do your own thing, man.
No, I'm just saying. Why would you limit it to?
I mean, if you name one dispensary that you know of that you still have to have a med card to get into.
Oh, I'm sure there's very few medical onlys.
I'm just saying, man.
Well, they can, enter their weed then. If they want to try, I guess, if they want to enter a competition.
Yeah, let them go under the radar or some shit. I don't know.
I don't think I had any of that happen, though, to be honest. I don't really remember anybody that said, I'm representing this brand or this, licensed grow, and I want to enter the competition. Whether they can or can't, I don't know.
I think they send it with individuals to enter it under a different name and all that. Because anybody can walk in and enter a competition as long as,
but I've heard of a guy that fucking, he was like known for being like some, high tech fucking extractor or some shit. And he went to this competition and he supposedly went to the dispo that was there and he went fucking pressed up some fucking shit with a hair iron. And then he fucking, he entered that shit and he ended up winning. He said this competition is shit. Like I went on name alone type shit. Like it was, bro, I just find like competitions are becoming that like at all these events, you know what I mean? Like
no,
Emerald Cup. Mine. How much is it to get into Emerald Cup, bro?
To go to the event?
Yeah, just to get in.
$400, I think.
$400, and that's not even a VIP or anything, is it?
No,
that's insane, bro. And that's including what?
That gets into all aspects of the event. I mean, they have.
That's wild, bro. Can never imagine.
Speakers and all kinds of shit. Music most of the time.
I never made it. Almost went a couple times.
I went a couple years.
KK said he had fun last time, but he said it was expensive.
Yeah.
I can see.
That's where I met the Mendo Dope Boys. That's how I found them.
Oh, originally? Emerald Cup?
Live there, and I was like, yeah.
Did you go there before? No, I think you already said that you didn't go there before.
I hadn't gone. That was the first time I'd gone.
Yeah.
And they had already combined all their craziness with the licensees and the other people, other brands. They had brands that were there that couldn't sell anything, however many did.
It's 100 to get into Emerald Cup or the 500 for VIP. All right.
So maybe I did VIP when I was there. $400.
Oh yeah.
But still, I mean, how much is it for Hash Smash Cup?
$80 for 3 days. VIP's $200 for 3 days. Get you a bunch of shit, but
bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't gotten a shirt since we're on the show right now. I haven't gotten either one of the last 2 years, man.
Oh, dude, man. All you gotta do is walk up to the fucking table.
Hey, they were pressuring me, man. I don't want to tell you what Booty said I had to do for his free shirt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
No, I can. I've known her a long time.
I'm totally joking, by the way. Stephanie Espinoza. Say that right. Probably not. I said it very white. Sorry. I think that's baby mama. But yeah.
I don't know why, Berg. I was thinking that challenge might have something to do with that swimming pool at the Hash Bash Cup. Maybe like jump off the top balcony or something, do a cannonball into the pool or something. That'd be cool.
I wouldn't let anybody do that.
We don't have liability for shit like that. You gotta follow the rules.
All right, just jump
I
off
was
the
trying
top.
to I was trying to get fucking Adam to get a dunk tank, man.
Dunk tank. That'd be perfect. Over the pool.
Bro,
Next to the
I
pool.
don't know about over the pool.
Next to the
I mean,
pool.
if you covered over the pool,
That'd be
that would
cool.
be a total fucking dope ass area.
Man, a dunk tank. That'd be wild. You could fill it up with like THC liquid, so when you fell in, you got high or something. Like if it splashed on you.
I don't know. I think it'd just be fun to fucking get somebody in there that I didn't like.
There you go.
I'd even get in there too.
Well, what would be
Next
cool
year.
would be to have it over the pool, so that
No, there would be no benefit for it being over the pool.
yeah,
How are you gonna get in and out?
A ladder.
You're
ladder.
gonna have,
We'll build a scaffolding. Don't
get
worry.
the
We got a
fuck
construction
out of
crew coming.
here, bro. I'm not
dumps
getting
your
in
ass in the pool. I think that'd be funny. I ain't getting in it. I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, we need to incorporate the pool next year into this
I'll
event.
get it. I'll get it.
Maybe there'd be some kind of thing that you could like hook up in the pool to make it a dunk tank.
Like the whole pool is the dunk tank.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
No kidding.
You know, I mean, there'd be. I don't know. I don't know how it would be set up.
It's gonna be wild.
Maybe you could have like you could rent a dunk tank and just set it up in the pool though. That'd be hilarious. Maybe you can't do that. I don't know. Maybe a dunk tank can't have water on the outside. It just has to be in the inside.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'll have to check them out.
Nah, I think physics it's just.
Well, all it is a board you're sitting on that gives way. What it drops you in.
Dylon.
What it drops you into is another story.
Oh, gee. Hell yeah. Dual OG. Shout out to Paul Masson. What? Need a trigger and a trap door.
That's
I think we got a guy that can build one, man. There you go, Paul Masson. How many months does he have to do it? You got a minute.
Months.
So work on something that you could do in a pool as a dunk tank. Paul Masson, this is your homework. I bet the local cannabis community will all pitch in together to get a dunk tank if Buddy is the one sitting upon it. Damn.
There you go.
Damn, is right.
I'm telling you, man, we could get some good people in there. Man.
I can't even get into the hash bash.
You know what? I think there'd be some way, somehow, we could get fucking Derek McCarty in that bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, if we got Darren in it, I'd get Zoom to throw the baseballs.
No, yeah, shout out to Zoom too, man. He could get up in that bitch.
He'd be a ringer, but you know.
Nah, that'd be funny as hell if it like what he actually like comes out. You act like you act like you're like, oh yeah, give me, you pay to get a ball and shit. You act like you're gonna throw it, and then he comes out and he throws it for you.
You can nail it from the balcony, no problem.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we already talked about this.
I can't get into that event. Too many people, man. I'd never make it. You got such a packed event. I'd never even made it in there.
Man,
you got a party over there.
You make all kinds of excuses, man.
I swear.
You don't even got a battery for your fucking solar.
I ain't got no battery, and I can't get in the Hash Bash Cup.
I'm gonna give you shit until you get a fucking battery, though.
Hey, I'll show you my client. This guy lives
He's
in
gonna show me a picture. He's gonna have a car battery.
I'm gonna show you an app.
Some wires.
No, we're gonna smoke a doobie, and I'm gonna show you an app. This guy's got 2 batteries, and he right now it's dark out. He's not running off no grid. His shit's coming off his battery tonight. Right now, his whole house is running on it. So he's my guinea pig because I didn't know about it, and he wanted it, so I installed it, and I get to monitor it, and I see that he's not using the grid tonight all the time. So that's kind of something. I got somebody who already took the lead on it. Problem of it is I grow at nighttime too in my bedroom. I run 24/7. I've been running 24-hour lights for 13 years. I don't turn my lights off in the bedroom. So I got too much power draw to run a battery, to be honest.
Some of us went to prison over marijuana, Dog Catcher says. I don't know where that comes from. What are you talking about, prison? What are we talking about?
It's legal now. It used to be illegal.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No, people, they got expungements, shit. Like, I like the states that have the automatic expungements, but yeah, of course, Michigan ain't one of those. Wasn't it like lawyers who like wrote up the fucking paperwork and they were like, oh yeah, they should have to talk to us before. Yeah. So I was looking for real quick, we got a few minutes, but like I was looking at fucking news stories and I kept on running into all kinds of stories about fucking systems like taking their kids away from parents because of consumption of cannabis,
Because of the parents' consumption.
Yeah, so mother pleads for change after her daughter taken away from medicinal marijuana use. That's in Durant, Oklahoma.
Damn.
U.S. veterans, children taken away over his medical marijuana use. And this is in fucking Colorado. South Carolina is ripping infants away from their mothers over pot use. After taking custody over marijuana, Tennessee officials can be held liable for their actions. Federal judge rules. So they're talking about if they take their kids away, and this is in Tennessee, they're saying if they're taken away over marijuana, they're eligible to be sued. So there's a court case saying Bianca Claiborne, on behalf of her and her 5 children, who were placed in a series of foster homes for nearly 2 months after February 2023 stop. The children 7, 5, 3, and 2, and 4 months old at the time. Tennessee Highway Patrol initiated a pullover and for a slow poke violation and driving with tinted windows. So they took their kids for 2 months. Suit DPS, law enforcement terrorized the family. They're filing a suit, and they said it's okay to judge. They're only going for 75,000, which is fucking pennies, man. They should go for like 75 million. Whatever.
Come on.
And
How long did
it's
it take the
crazy.
kids? 2 months?
Yeah. And that ain't
That's
shit,
cool.
really. But still, like, you know, one of the kids was at 4 months, you know, like,
Oh, man.
and some of the
That's
kids were
traumatic.
separated and all that
Ooh.
shit. Like, they were
Imagine
like,
if you were one of those kids, how bad they would
no,
feel as a
yeah,
parent.
no, yeah, for
Fucking
sure.
tripping out over nothing. Weed,
Yep.
take your kids over a
Weed.
joint. Like, honestly, it makes you a better parent. If anything, it makes you nice to your kids when they're
I mean,
screaming.
how does the fucking police feel good about taking kids away
That's
from
illegal.
parents?
That's kidnapping.
Yeah, I mean, I
that's the
understand
definition.
there's certain circumstances. Maybe they're like chained up in their bedroom or something, but like over cannabis use, like, come on, man.
That's why I'm going to keep my card right there. Another
Yeah.
good reason. You know, that happened in
Definitely.
Michigan. There was a very famous case about 13, 14 years ago in Michigan. I believe her name was Brianna or something. It was a little girl. One of my friends got her taken away, and everybody found out about it. They all raised hell. And then they got her daughter back. And it was like, I don't know, maybe 2 to 4 weeks it took to get their daughter back. And then that kind of set the precedent that in Michigan, you don't take your kids if you're just a, you know, medical marijuana patient. They stopped doing that.
So yeah, there's a new Texas law that makes it harder to remove kids from parental home. Child Protective Services officials in Texas can no longer remove a child from their family because the parent tested positive for cannabis. So that's in fucking Texas, man.
But it's still
crazy.
illegal.
Like all these fucking states that are, you know, recreational or medicinal, their kids are still getting taken away from fucking parents over cannabis.
Well,
wow.
That's because CPS works by a different set of laws.
No, yeah, for sure. And it's bullshit.
And they'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, unless you're like, you know, doing something like giving it to them or something. If it's in the kid's system, yeah. But if you're not giving it to your kid, then that's just like having any other prescription that you got to have. You know,
CPS told me I had to put a lock on my office door before I could have my kids back.
That shit's crazy, man.
There's nothing in
the it's like nothing.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, you probably don't want to have them access to alcohol either, right? So you just don't give you don't.
So I can't have my beer in the refrigerator?
Yeah, you better. But access, I guess I would say you just have to teach them not to drink. They don't access it. They don't actually open it and pour it in the glass and drink it, right? So I guess as long as a person's not being that lax that they're literally taking it, you know, like we were all kids once. I took weed when I wasn't supposed to. So, you know, just possibly, you know, not giving it to them outright.
Adam's son drinks straight from the bottle.
Just leaves it right on the counter.
And
no,
look,
saying.
he left a little bit in the bottle.
His dad is gone.
I mean, you know, I got an 8 and 10-year-old. I don't give them weed. They're not
No,
going to test positive for weed.
You didn't have to lock it off the door either.
Yeah.
That's just something that some CPS agent decided that they were going to make me do because they had power.
I just
And
tell them
like
when
some
they
of
get
the
18,
instances, you know, the mom tested positive, that, you know, and the child tested positive.
Yeah, my kids.
Cannabis when they were born, like.
Oh, that's a scary one too when they take it from the mom at the hospital.
Yeah,
My adult
man.
children wouldn't test positive for cannabis, let alone my little children.
But yeah, once again, man, another reason you need to go out and get your car. Detroit Sprint Certification Center. Holler at them 248-275-6707. Find them on social media, Detroit Cert Center. And there's plenty of other people. Who is it? Adam? Who can you holler at?
Oh, Michael Dewey up north, Pure West on the west side.
West side.
The Weedsters down out in the south on the west side, Michigan Weedsters. You can go to Buddy's event; he'll have someone there.
Yeah. Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
Vehicle City.
City and
it's easy. It's real easy to get your tag.
EC3, right?
Yeah. Everybody, man. Everybody. I'm sure Adam got a guy he could point you to.
I got a guy.
Everybody got a guy, man. So stop
I go to the
making
same doctor.
excuses.
Dr. Graves in Mount Morris. This guy's been, I don't know how old he is. He's got to be 80 something or something, 70 or 80. I go to the same doctor for 14 years.
Everybody got that guy, man.
I got my primary taking care of me.
Good old Dr.
Stop acting like a card is like having a fucking battery for your solar.
Exactly.
And stop making excuses. And go out and get that shit, y'all. And I want to give a huge shout out to all of our awesome sponsors, man. Huge shout out to Native Made 313, Michigan Turf Farms, Nugget Duction Extracts, Tiki Madman, SOB Labs, and Tree Street Packaging. Boom. But yeah. And huge shout out to everybody out there, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe before you get out of here. And enjoy the rest of your Monday, y'all.
Yeah. Peace.
And yeah. Shout out to Buddy for joining us. Bio Cultivation Cup going on Friday and Saturday. So yeah. Come through. Yep. I might be there Saturday. I'm gonna try and make it Saturday.
Bring up your entries tomorrow morning, okay? Like 10:30.
Yeah, dog catcher.
Seriously, get up and bring them up. I'll be there and we'll smoke and have a good morning. But I gotta get the judges' kits. So if you're a judge, we're gonna get judges' kits out at noon. But yeah, the event, we're gonna be getting it all ready. This week is a hell week, so I got 4 more days and the party's gonna start Friday morning. So we're looking forward to it. Hope to see you guys out there.
Sure. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining us this Medical Monday. Tune in the same stoner time, same anti-stoner place. YouTube's becoming bullshit, y'all. They're thinking about moving somewhere, but whatever.